everyone, welcome to Doris and Kids. My name is Doris. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'm a mom of four that is trying to budget and get her life together. So this video is going to be how to make cash envelope, because whenever I do my budget and I'm trying to carry cash around, this is my wallet, and in here it has a little clicky thing. I don't know what this is called. I'll utilize that and make an envelope, because when I do my budget at the end of the month, this is what I basically have. So I just have the sticky notes and I just have the money in there. So I want an envelope to put in here. That way I can put that in there, just because whenever sticky notes stop sticking, because I'm moving the money around, I have to get a new sticky notes, and that's kind of wasteful. Also, it don't keep stuff as organized as I want it. So this is what the video is going to be about, is learning how to make cash envelope. So stick around and learn with me. So I am in the States, so I'm going to be using the US dollar. I don't know if other country have the same measurement. This is what I'm going to be punching into. That's going to go into my wallet. So I measure the weight of the length and weight of my wallet. That way it doesn't go over, so I just left a little bit of space. And then I measure the money in there to see how it looks. So this is going to be the outer shell, and then I need another one that's going to be the inside shell, where the money is going to go into. So this is the inner shell. Let me see. So as you can see, the inner shell, I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit smaller than the outer shell, because when I put the money in there, it just have a little bit of wiggle room to fit in. So it's going to go to that fit in. And I don't want my money to be in there like that. I want it to be flat. So I need enough space for it to fit in there. So the inner shell for my dollar was 2 by 5.5. And then my outer shell was 2.56. Other thing you can do is just have an inner shell, like measure your money going in there, your inner shell, and then you don't have to worry about having an outer shell. I had the outer shell because I needed to make sure it's fitting here. But this is a laminator sheet I cut out from a regular laminator, and it's the size of my inner. Okay, so I'm just going to open this out. Okay, so this is the side, and you're going to flip it around. So you want the shining side to be face together. That's going to create your pocket, because they don't have a chemical on there that's going to bind it. So the shiny side is going to create your pocket. And then this side is going to bind to the underside of this laminator sheet. Let's see. My hand, there you go. It's going to bind to the underside of the laminator sheet, and it's going to create that pocket. Okay, so we're just going to have that in there. So if you're not putting a label on there, you can just put this in there like that. I'm going to flip this around a little bit easier. It's really hard to open. Come on. Okay, so we have this open. Okay, so now we're going to have, if you're not using a label, you can just put this on and be done. But I am going to label my envelopes, so I'm going to put a label right on top of that. Try to put it in the middle. Okay, so then I'm going to flip this around. So that is the shining side. Make sure it line up, and then you're going to put your label on top. Okay, and I'm just going to put that in here. I don't know why I closed that. So this is the top part. I'm going to put that up here, because this is what we're going to be cutting it to open the top of it. So I'm going to leave a space down here. Just using a paper to move this out. That way I'm not putting too much pressure. I move the laminated sheet. Okay. So now we're going to do the next one. Gonna just open it up and flip it around. And then we're just gonna repeat that. Okay. So so now I have the under. The only thing you could do to make this a little bit easier is to put a little dot of glue underneath the label where it doesn't show, and glue this down. That way whenever you put in a laminator sheet, it doesn't move. And also when you put it in the laminator, that glue is just gonna dissolve. It's gonna melt off. If you put a little drop of regular glue that kids use, craft glue, that's gonna dissolve. But after you line that up, this is where I'm gonna be cutting for the opening for this eminence, and this one I'm gonna be cutting for the opening of this eminence. So this is the side where I'm gonna punch. This is how I'm gonna punch. Same thing with this. This is where I'm gonna cut for the opening, and I'm just gonna close this off, and I'm gonna put this in the laminator. So the other thing is you can just pick this up, and then all of that just gonna just get this. It's just gonna disrupt. So you're gonna grab a piece of paper or something like a little bit heavier than a laminate sheet, and just slide that underneath. It's better if it's a little bit bigger than a laminate sheet, but I don't have that right now. So you slide that. Now you can pick that up on the paper without moving the laminator sheet, just like that. I made my labels on Canva. I have 8 on a page. I choose the font, size, print, cut, and there it is. So this is what it looks like after. You're just gonna grab your scissor, cut the top of that opening. Okay, so now when you cut that, you have your cash envelope. Okay, so then we're gonna cut that part, because this is the opening for this one. That's why I line it up that way. It's easier. Okay, so this one open this way, and this, I should have not did that. This one open like that, and my rent open this way. So these are the bottoms. Okay, so these are the bottoms. I'm going to punch the hole. So all you have to do now is just trim this down. The goal is to not trim all the way up here where it open. So when you look at a laminator sheet, it has a little seal up there. You want to make sure not to cut that. So it doesn't matter how long you leave this out here, just don't cut that seal, and you'll have a pocket right there. So this is what the envelope looks like. I put holes in there, and y'all, this is all I had to use to put hole in it. So it took a while. I am gonna invest in getting a puncher if I'm gonna be making this. But as you can see, it just go in there, and then just close up, and then we have that. I'm like so happy. So I'm gonna put my stuff in here. I'm gonna try to fill this up with my money in this little envelope. So I already paid my rent. I have the receipt around here somewhere. It's the receipt. So I'm gonna put my rent receipt in here. Let me take it out of here. My rent receipt. That way at the end of the month when I'm budgeting, I'm gonna go in here. And then I have my propane, which is right there. It's a little bit hard to open. Propane just fit in there. And I have a receipt around here because I did get a propane. My water bill. I already paid my water, but this is what was left over from when I paid the bill. That in here. I don't have my grocery because I've been using my debit card. So, and then this is my household. Okay, I would say, oh, it's too small. But it does fit. It's just because I had a lot of bills shoving in at the same time. Okay, it fit. I already went shopping, so I have some change in here. I don't like having change in this. I'm going to figure something out, and I have a receipt. I just go in there. I didn't account for the size of the receipt, but I'm just fold that in there. So that's my household. Family fun. It's just $100 that we haven't used yet. Okay, family fun. And I do need to make more folders for these others envelope for that. And I've been using my debit card for grocery, but now I'm going to start using cash. So this is what that's for. And I'm just gonna put these in here. I'm gonna take this change out of here and I'll figure out how to save change. As you can see right there, I had issue. This is my first trial because I was using this punching and it was horrible, y'all. Like, don't do what I did. But it still works. I'm still gonna use it. And I still have a little bit of hard time going in there for this one. That was my practice one. So if you want, you can just, if you're gonna use that, just get a practice one to use. It's hard to see because it's very clear. I'm gonna see the hole, so I have to go close. Just move out of the frame and stuff. And then this is my rent. I already used that money. And just close that in and put that in my wallet. So we're just gonna slide this like that on in here. Okay, and then just go in there. Or I can just flip through when I go shopping. There. So I'm gonna put a grocery and the rest of them in there. I'm gonna put a grocery in the back. Okay, so yeah, so this is my cash amount thing, and it was a little challenge, but I'm so happy the way it turned out, and it fit great in here. I can just seal this up. Oh, it's so fancy. Thank you for sticking around, and have a blessed day.